The night watch. Once, to feel alive again, I had to stay awake for a whole day. I watched the pristine white day, the melancholic evening, the mysterious night, and finally, the gentle morning. It was amazing to realize again that life, in its unbreakable unity, can be so diverse and even contradictory. I felt as if I were soaring, as eagles do with ambitious habit, and saw thoughts coming like lost nocturnal wanderers. They rushed from the distant past, from those places that attract but never change, remaining in their unshakable solitude. These wanderers sat at my table uninvited, saying nothing, and stared with an unblinking, piercing gaze in which I could finally recognize a personality somewhat reminiscent of myself. This personality resembled an immutable mask, a wondrous mosaic of photographs capturing everything I had ever seen and experienced. Flipping through this unusual photo album, I remembered how inaccessible and calm the mountains are, how wavy the ocean can be, and your heart beats in rhythm, how beautiful smiling people are, how precious the happiness of loved ones and friends is, how pale death is, and how the play of evening sun rays on a city tired from the day gives an unforgettable romantic mood. I once again deeply realized how fleeting earthly happiness is, and that majestic love, like a crystal swan, often crashes against cold marble, turning into sacred dust that can never be destroyed by hatred. All this flashed through my mind, revealing dusty caskets, where time stores a colorful herbarium of sounds and aromas from the past. I was overwhelmed with sensations comparable only to very strong inspiration, the kind of inspiration that doesn't lead to writing prose, composing music, or even creating poetry, but the kind of inspiration that, like great happiness, makes people remain silently thoughtful for a long time, then retreat and in complete solitude gaze at distant cold stars, thanking the Almighty for the ability to truly see. I understood that I was becoming myself, that the heart of that holy child, as we all are at birth, was beating very close, and that in the world, the divine river still flows, allowing us to travel much further than it seems at first glance. The day passed, evening flew by, the long, quiet night disappeared, and when the blindingly white morning came, it seemed that I would never sleep again, that life freezes with the sunrise, that I am eternal, and in this sunrise lies the entire meaning of my small existence. But apparently, I was mistaken, for a new day came, and sudden sleep caught me off guard. Dreams carried away the last shards of the magical mirror. The caskets closed one by one. Someone's hand again authoritatively drew the curtains, and I found myself in complete darkness and solitude. When I awoke, bells were ringing in the distance, and large flakes of February snow were falling. Life seemed to begin anew. I dressed warmly and went out into the field. I was eager to shake off the feeling of loss that so often waits for us in the morning, sitting on the edge of the bed. Suddenly, the snow stopped, and I saw a vast white velvet carpet before me. I set off towards the barely discernible horizon, and along the way poems were born, but they were not quite ordinary poems. They couldn't be painted, expressed in words, or set to music. Perhaps only by looking deeply into my eyes could they be read. But the magical mirror was shattered. There was no one around, and I was alone in the field again. However, magic always comes to an end. Even children understand this when their mother or father closes the storybook, and kissing them on the forehead, says it's late and time to sleep. Yet I personally couldn't fall asleep for a long time. Watching the moon and the stars, I discovered anew my own world of fantasy, which developed in dreams. But by morning, even this entire civilization of characters of good and evil, like a mysterious Atlantis, came to an end. I would wake up. Yes, people have many different needs, and one of them is the striving for perfection. People have always sought some kind of fairy tale, although this is probably the most difficult achievement in life, for to deserve a fairy tale, one must not only believe in it, but also come to terms with the fiery reality. Only by combining opposites can one find happiness. As strange as it may sound, it is indeed so.